guys, and welcome to another video. Contrary to the title of this video,
I think we just clickbait it.
Clickbait it, like Mark Parham launches a training course.
Yeah.
I'm not launching a training course, but what I am doing is I'm going to be giving away a free event where people are going to be able to come and meet me. I'm going to divide it up into categories, but stay tuned in the video. I'm going to go through exactly what I'm going to be doing. You guys asked me to do it. I'm going to put it on for you, and we're going to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to meet me, to discuss whatever might be on their mind, and we're going to do it all in person at the end of June, beginning of July. So let's get into the video and let's talk about how I'm going to be putting these events on and what you have to do to get your free ticket. So guys, I want to go through three things with you. First of all, I want to go through why we're putting this on for you. Secondly, how you're going to get your tickets. And third and final, what's going to happen on the day. So let's start at the beginning and why we're putting these events on. Now, I put a poll up on my YouTube channel and also on my Instagram asking, would you like to have an opportunity to meet me in person, ask me some questions, and for me to give as much as I possibly could to you during a meet and greet sort of session. And overwhelmingly, everybody was very, very positive, saying, yes, please put that on. It'd be absolutely amazing. And I had so many messages. The poll results were amazing, but the messages, honestly, were just incredible. And the amount of people that reached out to me was so humbling. And I just think that for me, with that many people wanting to meet me, wanting to ask me questions in person, it's something I have to do. So I'm definitely going to put this on. It's definitely going to be free of charge. There's going to be no reason for you not to get some tickets and come along and meet me. There's not going to be any upsell. There's no training course. I'm not going to be providing any of those sort of things. I'm doing it purely to add as much value as I possibly can to your journey. And from my perspective, if you wanted a selfish perspective, from my perspective, it's a really good way for me to connect with my audience and make sure that I'm providing you with the things that you want to watch on YouTube and that I'm staying relevant. So it's a great win-win. From your perspective, you get the opportunity to meet me, to ask me anything you might want. From my perspective, I get the opportunity to build that relationship and make sure I'm delivering the content that you want. So it really is a win-win, and there's no reason not to apply for tickets. And that takes me on to how to apply for tickets. So have a look in the description. There'll be a link in there. It's going to ask you some personal details, and I appreciate some of the questions are personal, but I'll tell you why they're personal and why we have to ask these things. So some of the questions are going to be around your net worth, how many properties you have, a bit of data like that. And the reason is that I want to segment people into groups based on their experience and the amount of money that they might have to invest. And that's basically because if we've only got 3 or 4 hours together, I don't necessarily want to be delivering stuff that's for somebody who's got no money to people who've got 250 grand sat in their bank ready to rock and roll. So I really want to make sure that I get people into groups that are relevant to their position. And that really will allow me to tailor the training or tailor the information or whatever you want to call it to that group and their requirements. It will also mean that when people ask questions, that those questions are relevant to the rest of the people. Again, it's all about making sure that in that short space of time, that 3 or 4 hours, I will have the opportunity to deliver as much value to you as I possibly can. And that's the key, because we only have a short space of time together. I want to make sure that I can do as much as I possibly can. The next thing to mention is the group sizes. It's going to be small, it's going to be intimate. So it's going to probably only be 10 to 15 people in a group, and the tickets will be on a first come, first served basis. You're going to have 2 weeks to apply. So tomorrow is going to be the 28th of April, I think, and it's going to run from 2 weeks. Oh no, sorry, Nick's just said 28th of May, sorry, and it's going to run for 2 weeks from that date. We're going to actually be doing the events of the week of the 28th of June through to the 2nd of July, so it's going to be that whole week. You need to apply in the next 2 weeks from this video going up. Once you've applied, you're going to get a confirmation email. We're going to confirm exactly the time and dates for each group close to the time once we've got the exact numbers. So just bear with us. There's going to be a 2-week hiatus from you filling in the form to you finding out the date that you're going to be invited. But you will be given 2 weeks notice of the date that you'll be invited to and the time. And hopefully that'll be enough for everybody to get their stuff together and be able to make those events. If you can't, no worries. Obviously we'll be able to offer it out to the next person on the waiting list. But I do envisage there being a lot of demand for this. So please make sure that you apply as soon as possible. Now the third thing is what's going to happen on the day. So depending on the group that you're in, depends on what we're going to be talking about. So I won't go into the specifics, but let's say initially you're going to have sort of a 10-15 minutes meet and greet with myself and my team. We're going to be able to just introduce ourselves and say hello. After that, I'm going to go through some pre-arranged content, some things that I might have prepared for that specific group and their requirements. Then we'll go through a Q&A and you'll have the opportunity to ask me anything that you might want to do. If you want to speak to me one-to-one, there'll be some opportunity for some networking. There'll also be some opportunity to speak to my team, pick Abby's brains in terms terms of lettings, pick Merrin's brains in terms of finding properties, to pick Cole's brains and Scott's brains in terms of project managing, in terms of doing the building work and how much it costs to do certain things. Because remember, I mean, the cost of building has gone up massively in the last 12 months. Projects that would have been 25, 30 grand, now 35, 40 grand. And this really has been driven by the price of wood and various other things. Look, I'm going into the content already, aren't I? I can't help myself. But look, ultimately, it's going to be an opportunity for me and you to meet each other, for you to ask any questions, for me to deliver some content to you on a small group setting where we can really get to know each other, and for me to add as much value to you as I possibly can. So I hope that sounds like something that you'd be interested in. By the sounds of the poll, I think I'm going to get an overwhelming response of yes, please, let's put it on, put my name on the list. And if you want to do that, look in the description, click the link, that's where it is. Now, the last thing I need you to do is like this video, and I also need you to subscribe to my channel. Everybody who's going to be coming to this event will need to be a subscriber of the Mark Parham YouTube channel. I want to make sure that I am speaking directly to my audience. I'm sure you can appreciate, I view this as a really good opportunity two-way for me to connect with my audience, for my audience to connect with me. So you do need to be a subscriber to apply, but otherwise everything else will be absolutely free of charge. I'll provide refreshments, all the venue will be paid, there's not going to be an upsell, there's no course to buy, there's nothing else that I'm going to try and sell you, don't worry. I'm not also going to be doing a training course later on, that is not my intention. But for that 1 week, in the end of June, beginning of July, I'm all yours, and you can ask me anything that you want on an individual basis, in person. And I think that's gonna be a fantastic opportunity for both of us. Before I outro this video, we've done a lot of bloopers, unfortunately, because we've messed up filming it on several occasions. So please stay tuned to the end, watch this through. I think you're gonna find it funny. We need to head over to Fired, and for anybody who doesn't know, that's my fast food chain that I'm developing. At the moment, we've just got the branding going in, so I'm gonna get Nick to put some B-roll, show you how that looks, because hopefully that's all in now. It's a beautiful day in Oxfordshire, so we'll head over there, and then we'll put the bloopers in. But if you've got any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll answer as many as I can. So guys, Fired is looking incredible, I'm sure you'll agree, but what I want to show you now is just how much fun we had making this video. So Nick, roll those bloopers. Dude, it's just like in between two ferns, isn't it? But it's two perfectly manicured bushes. We should rename the entire vlog. What do you think? Are we ready to film? Yep. We are, right, cool. What am I saying? God. No, it's all right, I'll get it. I'll understand in a second. Cut. So mate, where do you want me? Do you want me?
By the pool, there's flex there.
The pool flex, the swampy, horrible pool flex. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Right, okay. I don't think this is much of a flex, mate. There's rubbish in it. It looks horrible. Shall I get the? I'm gonna get that out. That looks horrible. Oh God. Oh. Right, I need the pool, guys. I can't do any of this. Ultimately, I'm gonna, oops, I got a text coming through. This is the guy this is Jordan, he's just done he's just done the form, so that will be ready for you guys. No, it's not Jordan this time, it's someone else. I need to look at this, sorry man. I've got another meeting coming up shortly. Yeah, how's working with me, Nick? Is it fun? Is it constantly being, right, it's on silent, and I'm gonna finish this take, okay? Here we go. Right, what was I saying? What was I saying? Right. Oh God. I'm allowed to fill in the form. And of course there's a tractor. A cat and a tractor. Maurice. Oh God, of course. But yeah, one second, I've got another text.
Oh God.
And another cat.